Everybody. Wagwan. Y'all know y'all rocking with Lex, the author of Astrosthetics, the Aesthetics of Astrology. Make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com and pick up a copy right now. So everybody, today, we gotta bring in the new year very beautifully. And what better way to do that than to let all of you beautiful signs know what you can expect this year and which aspect of your life you can see the most abundant dynamic. Which area of life will allow you to see the most dynamic areas of abundance and prosperity. And hopefully this will help all signs with what all signs can expect from the year of 2023. So for the Aries out there, this is beautiful, obviously, because we have the beautiful planet Jupiter in the sign of Aries. So for Aries out there, this is about new initiatives with self. The Astrosthetics motto for Jupiter and Aries is fortune favors the bold. Going direct, being grand with yourself and how you are personally approaching the world. This can also bring in new relationships as a result of the internal abundance radiating out to the external world. Seeing that we have Jupiter in Aries, if you pretty much have Aries, if you have Aries in your big three, or Aries in any dominant parts in your chart or any planets there, this is going to be a very, very beautiful time for you. And you will notice an expansion and some big, tremendous growth in this department. Now, listen, y'all, I'm moisturized right now, right? You might see me do this a little bit. But for the Aries out there, this will certainly benefit you as well with being a bit limited, like being a bit limited in all of the new elements that come into your life. Whether it be you could be learning a lot of new things about yourself, even new health initiatives. You could be doing new things with your health and reinvigorating your perspective on health in a whole new elaborate way. This is something that is 100% beneficial, but you want to make sure that you are concise. You want to make sure that you are focused with these new initiatives, because this will benefit you when it comes to making time. As Jupiter goes throughout this transit, it can be some great investment opportunities coming your way. Alright, so you have new initiatives with the self, great realization, self-realization when it comes to health, overabundance of self-love, and also meeting new people and expanding upon great relationships. So for the Aries out there, it's a great year for y'all. So for the Tauruses, this is going to be fantastic when it comes to going to new places, going to new horizons, and also tapping in with the quantum world. Now, I know that might sound a bit different, but we're dealing with Jupiter. Jupiter is essentially the planet of metaphysics. Now, of course, all of the planets have metaphysical properties, but y'all know in astrosthetics, Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces, and Pisces in astrosthetics is the sign of quantum physics. So for the Tauruses out there, this could be a time where you may even go religious traveling for religious purposes, spiritual retreats, maybe even a lot more meditation, maybe spirituality, and maybe the invisible world, you know, like the spiritual Zen aspects of reality. You'll maybe notice more gradual growth and expansion in those departments. And this will be 100% fantastic for your religious perspective. So if you're a Taurus and let's say you're receiving new insight when it comes to religious matters, new insight when it comes to spiritual matters, you may even also feel a need to go to foreign places, and you'll also have you'll see unorthodox results from certain areas. So if you're a Taurus and like even your career, if you have Taurus in any dominant parts of your chart, you may notice unorthodox, unexpected, big, beautiful opportunities coming your way. And that is very beautiful. Alright? So big shout out to the Tauruses. Now for the Geminis out there, this is going to be beautiful when it comes to your network, when it comes to your friends and your social perspective. A lot of your friends and people in your social atmosphere, they will be doing very great. You may see some of your friends touching prosperity. You may see some of your friends in a very heightened state of bliss. And this is great for Geminis because Geminis are one of the social butterflies of the zodiac. So this can be great for networking opportunities. We also have Mars in Gemini as well though. We got Mars in Gemini, and when it comes, but Mars is retrograde for about another week, right? And yeah, this is the new year, right? So if you're watching this, have a happy new year. Have a great new year. Have a great year. So at the time of this recording, Mars is in Gemini, and regardless of Mars being in Gemini, there is still some great opportunities that Geminis, as a Gemini, understanding your passion and what is stimulating you is the most important thing that you can do right now, because Mars deals with force and stimulation and that assertive approach. With this assertive approach, you still have to be clear and concise with not rushing into certain friendships. And this could be one of the challenges for Geminis. And look, as a Gemini, when you guys get over just being socially applicable, when you guys understand the right people to talk to, right? Not socializing with every single person, being direct and assertive with your socialization skills, this is going to be something that will 100% benefit Geminis more than anything. And ultimately, this is being around the right friends, because when your friends do great, you're also going to do great, and you want to make sure that you're around the right network. You want to be in the right social spaces so that you can progress gradually and effectively, and you can prosper. But it will also be from your associates and as well your friends, and supporting them. But this is why this benefits Geminis, because Geminis are very supportive. Your Gemini friend is going to be the one that's going to be telling everybody about all the great things that you be doing. So even if you're not a Gemini, and if you know some Geminis, this is also a great sign as well. And as also for Geminis, your grand uncles, your grand aunts, your aunts and uncles, your older family members may also see some great success around this time as well. And also, not for all, but you know, for some of y'all, your relatives on your father's side, you know, may be doing well, and your uncles as well too. All right. So shout out to the Geminis out there, and have a great 2023. So for the Can stars out there, this will be fantastic when it comes to the long-term career, discipline, for the Cancers, it's about discipline, being disciplined and concise with your long-term career expectations. If you're a Cancerian and if you have been disciplining and working on your long-term goals and even your long-term relationship goals, you will notice that a lot of these endeavors will begin to pay off this year. And this is also great because your network, there can be some unexpected opportunities and some unexpected shifts that may come from people in your social setting. So for the Cancers, it might be people coming in to help you at the most random, obscene times. You're like, yo, you needed help, and then someone literally pops up and supports you with something that you've been working on for a very long time. So for the Cancers, this is great for things like angel investors. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, but it'll be very unexpected. It will be as a result from you already putting in the work. Things that you're already working on, you will receive support from the concept of disciplining yourself. Disciplining yourself, focusing on long-term goals, and also, this is important, time management. Time is on your side, but this is going to come from learning lessons, mastering skills, and finessing technique. So for the Cancers out there, time is supportive of you on a gratitude perspective with business, with discipline, with working with people on the longevity factor. When we're talking about marriage, when we're talking about long-term partnership, business decisions, even teaching, this is why we're saying learning lessons. And also, remember, we said before, angel investors, right? I gotta stress that because you can be very social. For the Cancers, you can be social, but it will be maximized when you have purpose through learning lessons, disciplining yourself, and finessing your technique. This will certainly benefit y'all tremendously. Alright? So, big shout out to the Cancerians out there. Now, for the Leos, for the gracious Leos, this is beautiful with y'all learning things, learning skills from abroad, long distance. Some of y'all Leos might be traveling a lot. You might be working with people from far and abroad, and this is very beneficial for you guys when it comes to your multicultural diversity factor. So if you're a Leo, you might have been noticing a lot of foreign themes, a lot of diverse themes, and this is going to allow y'all to take the initiative with being diverse and multicultural in your approach. So things like multicultural diversity, even traveling to foreign places, traveling to new ground, learning from new people, learning from multicultural cultures and multicultural values. This is beautiful for y'all expanding your horizon. And fortune is going to come from diversity. Alright? So if you're a Leo, you should kind of be switching it up, being universal with things now, and tapping into a higher degree of wisdom, a higher degree of expansion on philosophical principles, right? Being assertive with your approach towards foreign values. So, for some of y'all, you might be meeting people from other sides of the world, and they may also have great opportunities for you, right? So if you're a Leo, connecting, this is why we're talking about the multicultural diversity factor, right? Connecting with multicultural values, this will expand your horizon, and this will also open up beautiful portals of opportunity so that you can expand and also engage in diverse subject matters. And look, some of y'all might be thinking about potentially learning new languages, right? Learning foreign skills, even exotic subject matters, even the foods that you eat. If you're a Leo and if you've been contemplating having like a diverse cuisine, having a diverse lifestyle, adding some diversity to your day-to-day lifestyle, then you're going into that space of abundance. But remember, the abundance is new things, doing new things that will challenge your philosophy, right? So go the long run, Leos. Challenge yourself. Challenges will be favorable for you. And also being very particular when it comes to relationships and partnerships. Being gracious and particular, overcoming some of these challenging relationship dynamics, right? So for the Leos out there, this is a very, very beautiful time for you guys, and tapping in with foreign multicultural values will certainly bring some beautiful opportunities and abundance your way. Alright? So big shout outs to the Leos, and make sure y'all moving all across the geo. Alright? So let's go to the Virgos next. There, new assertive approaches to healing psychological matters. And look, for the Virgos, this could be a great period to psychologically challenge yourself to confront things. The universe is on your side when it comes to asserting new modalities to heal and assimilate your psychological mainframe towards positive things. And this will eventually benefit you in diverse ways. All right? This will benefit you when it comes to business and because Virgo is the sign of routine. When it comes to routine-based things, you have to maintain that. But for now, preparing yourself psychologically to assert yourself with ways on innovating your routine, that will benefit you and it will bring you much more success in the years to come. So for the Libras out there, this is probably going to be a grand, this could be one of the most beautiful transits ever for the Libras. Now, I'm saying that 100%, and I know a lot of people might be like, how? Because this is an aspect of an opposition. Libra is naturally the side that governs the other side. Libra deals with relatability, making things relative and having a relative conversation to where we can identify with the other perspective. This will be us seeing the fortune in others, but that is really the fortune that we are seeing within ourselves. And this will benefit your perspective. This will benefit your horizon when it comes to establishing new relationships, when it comes to establishing expansion with other people. This can also lead to, for some Libras, marriage. And this is great. This is really fortune and prosperity with other people. And this time, with Libras that understand this modality, you might find yourself having some of the most fun, exhilarating, beautiful, positive moments with other people. And this will really be you having prosperity within yourself. Alright? So for the Libras, this is a very beautiful time. And if you're a Libra, if you have the right relationships, this period will be that time where you're going to experience the other side of those relationships in the most grand, exuberant, socially beneficial way ever. Alright? And your relationships will go the distance. You'll meet a lot of fun people. You may even meet people that you feel like marrying. It will just be a time of the most beautiful relationships and exploring the relationship dynamic in the most adventurous, prosperous way. Alright? I'm excited for the Libras out there. So for the Scorpios, big shout out to the Scorpios. To the Scorpios. To the Scorpios. Hey, to the Scorpios. Hey. For the Scorpios out there, this is a great time when it comes to your routine and your day-to-day lifestyle. When it comes to your day-to-day routine and pretty much maintaining your organization, this is a fantastic time like no other time for y'all. This could also be your environment, realizing the beautiful intricacies within your environment, in your local hemisphere, in your local setting. This will be Scorpios pretty much experiencing new things. So it could have been even an example like your next door neighbor. You may have been like, wow, I never really actually spoke or knew that there was this beauty right in my backyard. You get what I'm saying? It's like these grand new experiences that were right next door the whole time. And it can also be a lot of rest. So if you're a Scorpio, you might feel a lot of resting on the day-to-day. But this is really just gradual, understanding gradual growth when it comes to work. So for the Scorpios right now, it's finding that balance between a lot of work and a lot of rest. And we do this by balancing out the day-to-day responsibilities. So for the Scorpios, this can be gradual growth and expansion with every day-to-day reality, with the most basic common things like things that you do with your routine. You may notice some new you may receive some new innovative insight on how to expand with your routine and your day-to-day perspective. And this will also benefit your career as well. Alright? So big shout out to the Scorpios. To the Scorpios. To this. So shout out to the Sagittarius, because y'all next. For the Sagittarius, this could be hobbies, new romance and even love. Your love life for this. Now Sagittarius, y'all always exhilarating. Like who has more fun than a Sagittarius? Maybe a Gemini or a Pisces or an Aries. But for the Sagittariuses, you can experience and look forward to a beautiful creative leap. So if you're a Sagittarius and you're also a creative, you're going to feel a beautiful creative influx like no other. And this will benefit you when it comes to your hobbies, activities, maybe even sports, fitness, music. You may also even feel a bit more dramatic. And this period can also lead to fortune. You can experience fortune with your children. So if you're a Sagittarius and maybe some of y'all are maybe becoming parents, maybe some of y'all, even your children, you may notice the real fun, the fun side of even being a parent, and even with dealing when it comes to the younger generation. You may notice that children may be a lot more receptive to you in the most beautiful, positive way. And you also might even be seeing a lot of children as well. So this is a time for the Sagittarius to expand on some of these childlike values. Now, Sagittarius is one of the signs of fun and jovialness, but there's a point with Sagittarius where they become very business ready and very business astute. And it's important to understand what's going on with this, because this can also benefit Sagittarius when it comes to creativity in the business field. So if you're one of those Sagittarius that may have been taking on the more serious business ready side of Sagittarius, you guys have to understand that this period can bring a creative boost when it comes to your business and your working endeavors. Alright, so a big shout out to the Sagittarius, and I know y'all gonna have a lot of fun, because that's what Sagittarius do. Alright, so the Capricorns. Big shout out to the Capricorns. For the Capricorns, this is gonna benefit y'all when it comes to the family. When it comes to family matters and even communication with siblings, this will be extremely beneficial in these departments. And also things like financial literacy and working with family. So if you're a Capricorn and you might even come into contact with new family members, or you may do new things with your family and even see a new side of your family as well. And this can also bring new insight when it comes to family matters. So, you know, for the Capricorns, this is important because this will also benefit work as well. So if you're a Capricorn, you can probably receive some insight on maybe doing business with family, you know, having your family help you with work, or helping your family with work. There are new ways, initiating new ways on how to deal with family members, and this will bring a lot of love, and it'll kind of ease down that Capricornian seriousness. So for the Aquariuses out there, make sure y'all pick up astrostatics right now. For the Aquariuses out there, this will benefit y'all when it comes to communication. And Aquariuses, y'all might be a lot more talkative than usual. A lot more talk. Now, Aquariuses are weird and erratic, and Aquariuses are the socialites of the zodiacs, the people that everybody is interested in. For the Aquariuses, the benefits from communicating, and you guys might also be doing a lot of driving in your localities and acquiring a lot of information. This is great. However, with the Aquariuses, you want to be mindful of be responsible with the information, because it could feel like a information overload. So for the Aquariuses out there, you want to be socially responsible when it comes to these new fields of information that you're receiving. You want to get access to the information that will benefit you immediately, in the most immediate way, in the most grand way. So Aquariuses, you're going to have to be a little picky about maybe you don't want to spend that much time on Instagram or even talking on the phone as much. You know, you want to understand what forms of information and data and fields of information are the most useful to you and for you in the moment. Alright? And big shout outs to the Aquariuses, the unorthodox ones of the zodiac. And why not? There's Saturn in Aquarius. This is something that Aquarius may have felt that need to concentrate on what you're radiating, being more focused on your energy. And of course, because Saturn is in Aquarius, Saturn deals with focus and being responsible, and Saturn is also the ruler of Aquarius, right? So for the Aquarius, that's just a extra confirmation that the information that you are receiving, you have to be somewhat clear and concise with it and understand the purpose around new fields of information coming your way. Alright? So shout out to the Aquariuses out there. For the Pisces out there, shout out to the Pisces, sailors of the high seas. Oh, I think they like me. Oh, I think they like me. And so for the Pisces out there, this is very beautiful and amazing. Look, I'm not saying this because I'm a Pisces. Jupiter left Pisces, and then Jupiter went back into Pisces. Look, even Jupiter loved Pisces, right? And y'all know, if you maybe take a look at the apparent motion of Jupiter right now, Jupiter might be in Pisces, right? When we look at the apparent motion of it, Jupiter is apparently in Pisces. So Jupiter loves being in Pisces, and Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces and Sagittarius. Hey y'all, make sure y'all pick up a copy of Astrosthetics. Alright? So y'all, when it comes to the Pisces out there, this is great for time purposes. Understanding values that directly affect the self and the approach. This is something that is very beautiful for Pisceans out there. Being innovative and socially responsible with your time, and even a gradual receiving of finances, of currency, and new innovative ways on how to approach time, as well as approaching stability. So this period of time can benefit Pisces in a very socially, financially responsible way. And this will also benefit Pisces when it comes to having sensuality with friends, having sensuality with the network, and dealing with people who you feel an element of relatability with. This is a very great time for Pisces doing business with these people. And this is something that is also spectacular, because this can lead to beautiful financial growth for Pisces. But it will come from being responsible with time. Having a stable routine for time and understanding the daily, day-to-day flow of currency and the hidden metaphysical variables that affect your time in a positive way. As a Pisces, you want to understand these variables so that you can work with them in a constructive, uplifting way. And as a Pisces, I promise you, you handle your time very efficiently and you deal with time responsibly, it will manifest for you in your financial, in the financial sector of your life. Alright? So for the Pisces out there, much success, and for all signs, much success coming your way, because that's essentially what Jupiter is about. Jupiter is that gradual, deluxe, grandiose, jovial planet. Jupiter is where we also tend to be optimistic, and that is why you want to really understand how Jupiter is maneuvering for you, because this can be a beacon of optimism for you and your endeavors. And this can bring opportunities. Optimism brings opportunities. And this broadens your horizon, and it is very beautiful in Aries, because you can construct a new innovative approach to being direct. Being direct with your approach to reality, this will benefit you because